spicy, hot, fresh content coming at you. If you guys haven't noticed yet, like when I do this, I'm on a yoga ball, which is why I'm an idiot. I don't know. I feel like Dwight in Jim's gonna do that thing where he like pops in underneath me, but until then, I'm on the yoga ball. So October 14th, happy birthday to my dear wife Jen. She's 20 something. She's getting up. She's 30's closing in on her. So, but happy birthday. I decided I was going to do the video about some of the bad things because I think that it's kind of a fun story to tell. And a lot of people have asked me about this. I don't know if you guys have seen the numbers I do on YouTube. I mean, I've got, teams of subscribers, and like some of these videos will get viewed 25, 30 times. So I mean, I get a lot of feedback, a lot of response. And so I just wanted to talk about the break-in thing because a lot of people have asked me about that. Also, a huge shout out to all my Twitter followers, like 35, not to brag. But okay, so mood today, I got the management sandwich, which is the favorite old, like, when you're gonna give someone shitty news, you like hit them with something nice on both ends of it, and then just put the bad thing in the middle. So we're gonna try that format. So the other good things that are going on, I mentioned Jen's birthday, which is fun. I love this time of year. It's fucking beautiful outside. The Minnesota Vikings are successful, which doesn't bring me a whole lot of joy because I've been hurt before. But yeah, I'm really feeling good about that. I shout out to my sponsor, Ms. in Maine. I actually was thinking about wearing the blue shirt today, and I thought they're gonna want a strong fall look. So I went with this instead, and then to further thank them, I will now be talking about my attempts at herding protected wildlife and urban, food insecurity, basically. So, okay, so I told you the thing. I go to the gym, talking to this gal. I was basically saying about, this email thing was such a tragedy, and it just made me realize, like, a bunch of bad things can still happen. So then I come home, and there is, I don't want to exaggerate, so I'm going to just say, like, a hawk it's the biggest fucking hawk in the world. Like, this is 11 feet tall. It was, honest to God, it was so big that I was terrified of it, which we'll get to, because that actually comes back in a very weird way in this story. But so, I'm like looking out there, and I see the hawk. I know that's trouble. It's already landed. It's inside the little part where they're all hanging out. And I immediately see the color, and I know it's yolk, and fuck, this is hard to talk about. So the other birds were all, like, I could see 3 of them, and they were okay, and this hawk had clearly already, like, killed her, because by the time I got there to get her out of there, there was flies, and it was horrible, but whatever. But the hawk's just hanging out, honestly, just being a hawk, doing hawk things. I want to say being an asshole and eating my dear bird friend, but like, whatever. So I'm like, step 1, let's get this hawk out of this bitch. And so I start throwing shit at it. Like, and I threw the whole empty recycling bin at the gate, which like startled him enough to come up to the post. And then I started whipping all these frisbees, shout out Miles. He plays Ultimate, so there's all these frisbees there. So I'm chucking frisbees at this hawk, and I'm so in my feelings about it that it's just like I'm not thinking very clearly about the consequences of what's going on here. Like for instance, like if you hurt a bird it's like a fucking $20,000 fine, which I totally need that in my life right now. So anyway, throwing a bunch of shit at the hawk, just kind of trying to get it to just go away. And finally, it does go away. I get the 3 other birds in the coop, and I have to go and pick up yolk. And honestly, like, Ella, I don't even want you to watch this part because it's like, it was just horrible. But so, like, and that's what I'm thinking about is like you watching this, but just know that this was hard and it sucks and it's nature, but whatever. But so now, like, I have to go deal with like the bird, and so I had to bring a bag out there and with a shovel, and I'm fucking completely, like, scream crying. I'm so pissed. Keeping this light. But anyway, so, I'm throwing shit. I'm very, very mad. Then I bring the bird out, and you can't like have a funeral or anything. I mean, whatever. So, but then I go back outside like an hour later to just kind of fucking whatever. And the hawk is just still here, just hanging out, like flying back and forth. I took one video of it. I might try to clip that in or whatever. It's really shitty footage, but it's mostly me cursing out the hawk. But okay, so anyway, the important part of this is, so the hawk is like flying back and forth, and I'm straight up thinking like, if Tristan was still here right now, I would be trying to get a gun and shoot the hawk. Tristan has guns because he knows how to do guns. I don't know how to say that. He is qualified to own guns. Let's not get into the Second Amendment thing. You need a time and a place. But anyway, I'm so fucking mad at this bird, and I'm like, I'm not gonna kill it or whatever, obviously, because at this point I've had like enough clarity to know that that's like super illegal or whatever. But I'm out there, and then I'm just watching it, and then it's flying across, and it occurs to me like, this thing is like a killing machine, and now I understand people don't get attacked by hawks very frequently. That's probably a low, at least for what I'm dealing with, it's probably not the like most immediate health concern I should have. But I'm scared. I got fucking scared of the bird. And so I propped the screen door open as if like if the fucking bird comes at me, I'm gonna like, run for cover or something else or whatever. And that didn't happen. I took some more pictures and then was just like, I just gotta go inside and just not deal with this shit. It is what it is. It's a fucking bird. Like, maybe don't be so emotionally attached to chickens or whatever, but it was just whatever. So that was terrible. But the crazy fucking thing, and then, I'm like dreading seeing my daughter come home because I know that she's gonna be sad, and I'm like, it's just fucking horrible. But anyway, I did not unprop the screen door from earlier. That's the key part of the story. So then, whatever, go through the night, whatever, go to sleep. Jen gets up the next morning, goes downstairs, and then she comes back up and she's like, someone broke into our house last night. And I come downstairs and sure as shit, like, her credit cards are fucking spread all over the table. The window screen had been taken out. I went outside, so what they had done is they had been at the back table. They took a chair and brought it around to the window, and then climbed in through the window, which is like an athletic gap for what it's worth. So I'm thinking it was someone perhaps a little on the younger side. But they made it into the window and emptied out some of Ella's stuff, emptied out Jen's purse, and then basically it looked like they took off. So we're like, I run upstairs, I'm looking for my computers, I'm like trying to just make sure everything's cool, TV cool, Xbox cool. Jen's iWatch is literally like sitting on the kitchen counter, like you could have just fucking taken it. It's like, whatever. And it just seemed like they didn't take anything. And then I start thinking like, as soon as she said they broke in, like I'm like thinking like my immediate like assessment of the damage is like, I'm now going to spend today fixing a fucking window or like calling someone to fix a window or whatever. But I'm assuming there's like some damage to the house because that's usually something that comes with a B&E is what they fucking call them on Law and Order. So then we're like doing that horrible assessment of like realizing someone's been in your house, trying to figure out what's missing. And she literally has all of her credit cards, and I'm like, it's fucking 2019. Do people just load up your shit into their Apple Pay and then just use your credit card even though they left it there? So she has to go through the pain in the ass, shuts down all her credit cards. And then I'm like, whatever. Like Jen calls into work, call the police come, we're like kind of hanging out, waiting, whatever. And I'm like, I'm trying to remember when we realized that. I don't want to tell the story in the wrong order. But maybe the first thing, no, we didn't realize that until way later. I'm trying to figure out what order we realized this in. Because, okay, I, for whatever reason at that point, was just like, what, fuck this shit. I can't deal with this. I'm going to go up to the gym. And I go to get the, like, protein powder naked juice out of the refrigerator. And I just bought 2 of them last night at Target. Me and Ellen went up to Target, and we got a big box of Doritos, like the ones that with the lunch size ones that come in the big box, like the mixed one, whatever it's called, party mix, whatever the fuck. And a bunch of Chobani yogurt and the Naked Juices. And I'm like, what the fuck? The Naked Juices are gone. I'm like, do people steal Naked Juice? Is that even a thing? And Jen's just kind of like, I guess if they went through the fridge and like whatever, like, okay. So I'm like, well, that's really fucked up because now I can't, like, I'm thinking that's like my easy thing to like drink and then go work out, whatever. I'm like, weird, but like, okay, so you took Naked Juice. So then I come downstairs, I'm like, fuck it, I'll go work for a little bit. Jen comes downstairs and she's like, hey, how many yogurts did you buy yesterday? And it turns out I'm like, oh fuck, I don't know, 6, 8, whatever. And she's like, there's no yogurt left. So they took the Naked Juice and the yogurt, and then come to find out later that, I think it was when the kids got home or whatever, they also took the big box of chips. So they damaged nothing, and they took, you know, $30-ish worth of groceries. So I was like, compared to like a fucking broken window or how easy it would have been to just like punch something or break, like whatever, like there's bottles of booze, you could take one, throw it, like whatever, just, they're obviously not fucking mastermind criminals, right? So, but anyway, so that was that. So, you know, just, it mostly felt like a dodged bullet. It was like, this isn't really that bad. It was weird because it felt, to me, like it felt like somebody was like walking through the alley and they saw that the door was propped open, came to the back door, looked in the window, realized that door wasn't open, but realized the window was, the person sitting right there, and we're like, let's give it a shot. And, you know, but like, again, like it's 2019, like, what do you think, you're gonna fucking have a bunch of cash? Like, come on, man, I never have cash. But anyway, so that's that. So yeah, so overall, I feel pretty good. I was, you know, this tweet that I read that was like, somebody who goes to therapy, and so, you know, it's a great way. Like, if you don't go to therapy yourself, make sure that you pay attention to the things that those people tweet, because that's a fucking really low-cost way of getting access to some really good information. But it was just about making space for yourself to just kind of exist, and I have been thinking about that a lot, just about, fuck, man, you know, this... It's funny because I keep on like blowing that issue off, and I'll try to like get into it sometime, but I try to make these videos short. Again, fail. This is a very long video. I feel that. I might be in like minute 10 right now. But the, you know, and I feel like I decided to do this to like talk about the way that I feel, and then whenever I'm like, oh, my feelings, but it, you know, it's a super hard thing to talk about, and I don't feel like I'm a very attractive crier. So it is what it is. But overall, I'm doing well, and the surgery feels like it's coming at me like a million miles an hour, but it's like, it's just going to happen. And then I'm going to wake up from it and be like, well, I don't know. There's going to be pain or good news or bad news or like whatever the fuck that is. It's not going to happen until the day that it happens. So for now, I'm just, you know, still just kind of waiting, but also like as it gets closer, it gets terrifying, and that's okay. It's okay to be scared. So anyway, so I'll leave it at that. I'm also apologizing less. That's my new shit. Like I would normally say like, hey, sorry for making this video so long. Not sorry. So there's that. All right. Nope, that's it. I'm just gonna leave it there. All right, later.